What's good, YouTube? You got Small from Small's Monaco Arts, and like I promised, we're gonna do hip hop talk. And this hip hop talk is gonna be on two of my favorite artists and rappers of all time. Royce the 5'9" of Slaughterhouse and Yelawolf of American Records. Who was recently signed to Shady Records, but his contract was up and he left the label this year. And as a lot of people know, Royce the 5'9" and Yelawolf have been beefing lately, and I've gotten the inside scoop, and I kind of really have a feel of what's going on, and it kind of saddens me, man, because these are one of my top favorite artists of all time, and they're beefing together, um, and I just feel like this is either a publicity stunt for both of them to sell records, or it's a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? And it saddens me and grieves me, man, that my top two favorite artists who have been friends and they signed together the same time in 2011. Slaughterhouse, Yelawolf, they signed the same exact day, man. It's 2020 now and they're beefing. Something's not adding up. You know what I mean? This all started after Eminem released his album, "Music to Be Murdered By," and not even a day later, Royce. This is what's weird, right? Eminem releases this surprise album, and not even it was literally a day after Royce releases his first single off of his next album that's going to be released in February, called The Allegory. It's called Overcomer, featuring Westside Gunn, and in that record, he disses Yelawolf, and it took everybody by surprise. And why is Royce dissing Yelawolf, his Shady Records protege, his friend, you know what I mean? And it made me raise a red flag. I'm saying, why is Royce dissing Yelawolf? He's got an album coming out next month. Eminem's album just came out yesterday. Why is Royce waiting till now to diss Yelawolf? And Royce says in a record, he says, you know what? He says, Yelawolf, I know. He says, Yelawolf, you know what this is about? I think it's being about loud and hostile till you're found outside, face down in front of Kid Rock's house. He says, and Royce says, I'm not gonna air it out. He said, I'm not gonna put it on blast. It's like, well, wait a minute. Why wouldn't you put this on blast? You just literally named Yelawolf in a diss track. You know what I mean? So it's like, you kind of have to tell us why you just named Yelawolf in a diss track. Like, you have to tell us why you dissed him. Like, you just can't leave us hanging like that. You know what I mean? So it made everybody wonder. It's like, why is Royce dissing Yelawolf? And guys, like I said, I've known Yelawolf for years. Like, I've met Yelawolf. I've been backstage with Yelawolf on tour and all that. Yelawolf told me. I told Yelawolf, I said, man, I'm a ghostwriter. He's looked at my rhymes. He said, bro, your ghostwriting's fucking dope, man. You could actually be a rapper. I said, that's not the route I want to go right now. But if I really wanted to put my energy towards it, I could. And he agreed. But I've talked to people close to Yelawolf. Yeah, Yelawolf's never really rubbed me as a racist before. You know what I mean? The guy's married to a black woman, right? The guy has biracial kids. Like, you know what I mean? Half the rappers who are signed to Soul American come to Cook Up Boss. He's always around DJ Paul, Willpower, of Super Hot Beats. You know, there's no way this guy can be racist. Yelawolf even has well, I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So Big Crit has defended Yelawolf. So, like, something's not adding up here, and that's what I'm saying. This is why I think it's a publicity stunt, or there's been some kind of misunderstanding. You know what I mean? Vlad TV just did an interview where he tells Lord Jamar, he's like, "Yo, I've read into my sources, and I guess Royce sent one of his artists down to Alabama, and I guess Yelawolf was using the N-word with the hard R around the artist." And of course, Vlad, he says, "I'm not going to name names, and I'm not going to name sources." It's like, well, why not? If you really want people to believe that this is a true story, you got to name names and sources. Just like Royce. Say, I'm not going to put the story out there. I just want people to know it's Yelawolf. It's like, well, something's not adding up here. And it's kind of hypocritical because it's like, Vlad, it's like Yelawolf, like 8 years ago, had an interview on that platform saying white rappers should not use the N-word. So it's like something's not adding up here. And in my personal opinion, I think Vlad TV's making this story up. This is what I think. Because Lord Jamar hates Yelawolf. He doesn't like Eminem. You know what I mean? I think Lord Jamar made this story up and contacted Royce and made some shit up. You know what I mean? I think Vlad TV made some shit up to Royce and told whoever this artist is to lie to Royce, paid this rapper, and lied to Royce. This is where this is coming from. You know what I mean? I think this is all set up by Vlad TV for clickbait. I think it's all bullshit. You know, and it got to Royce, and to keep a long story short, I think the story's bullshit. I know Yelawolf. I've talked to people close to Yelawolf. He's not a racist, you know. I can't speak on the Confederate flag because I'm not from the South, so I don't really know about that, but Yelawolf, he put all this into a song called "To Whom It May Concern," where he talks about all this with the Confederate flag. I can't speak on it because I'm not from the South, like, you know what I mean? But he speaks all this on the song called "To Whom It May Concern." So, there's one or two things. This is all a publicity stunt by Interscope. Royce and Yelawolf are on this together. They said, you know what? Let's do this to bring in some controversy, sell records, sell music. Or it's just a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? Because, guys, let's keep it real. That beef between Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly, that wasn't a real beef. That was all staged and orchestrated, WWE, by Interscope. And it worked. So who's to say that this isn't staged by Interscope? Let's have Royce the 5'9" race bait with Vlad TV against Yelawolf, who just recently left Shady Records. You know what I mean? Because no, I don't think Yelawolf's a racist. I love Yelawolf's music. I love Royce too. That's what I'm saying. Something's not adding up about this thing. And until they get into specifics from the horse's mouth, we don't know who to believe. Vlad TV's part of the feds, the CIA. You want me to expect what Vlad TV says? Lord Jamar hates Eminem and Yelawolf. I'm not gonna listen to what he has to say until Royce comes out and gets into specifics about this story. I don't know who to believe. You know what I mean? Well, I do know people who are close to Yelawolf. He's not racist, and he's like I said. I've been backstage with Yelawolf. He's no signs of racism at all. You know what I mean? Classiest, down to earth rapper I've ever met. You know what I mean? So I think this is either a publicity stunt for both to get exposure and sell records, or is Vlad TV stirring up shit and lying? But hands down, like, you know what I mean? For views and clickbaits, you know what I mean? Race baiting, whatever. So, um, I had to give my take on that, man, because these are two of my favorite artists of all time, man, and I just don't like how these guys are beefing after all this time, and they've been on numerous songs together, man. It doesn't feel right, man, and I had to dig down and investigate what's really going on. I think we found the answer. Small's Modern Arts.